Welcome again to the Financial Fitness Challenge, where you break free, you build systems, and you create wealth that lasts. In the Financial Fitness Challenge, we don't play with money, we train it. Now, so far, you have covered two of the 12 modules. So far, you have done module one, which is what is the Financial Fitness Challenge. The second one, you've defined what success means to you, and you've crafted the intentionality in creating wealth. Today, we are going to look at how to become rich, how anyone, anytime, anywhere in the world can become rich using the 4Ps framework. Now, I've been emphasizing the importance of thinking in terms of systems, especially if you're over 40. Not that it doesn't matter if you're 20, because the earlier you start building systems for wealth, the better than just doing your 9 to 5 or earning money in very random ways. And the framework I'm going to teach you today is very important in thinking in systems. The other thing I want to help you with is to break the mental barriers, the psychological, invisible barriers that have been keeping you from doing well in your personal finance, doing well in your finances. Because if I don't help you break those, identify and break them, you can rush into bitcoins, rush into stock markets, rush into real estate and all kinds of things. You are going to default to that mindset blockage that you have been having. So today we are talking about the 4Ps framework, how anyone, anytime, anywhere in the world can become wealthy using this specific framework that I developed. Okay, why is it important to master the 4P framework in your quest for wealth and in the Financial Fitness Challenge? It's because most people work hard and feel stuck. Some of you have worked for 30 years, 35 years, now you're in your late 50s or even in your 60s, and you're still stuck. It's because you didn't have systems. And the 4Ps help you because they give you a path to clarity. If you don't have clarity in building wealth, especially generational wealth, requires a lot of clarity. And you also need focus. So this is a framework to give you clarity, to give you focus, and also to help you to be consistent. Because $1 you invest consistently every day in 20 years will outsmart by 1,000% the $10,000 you invest randomly because of the power of compounding. So consistency, and also give you endurance, because the journey to wealth is a marathon. It's not a leap. You don't start a business today. You don't start a manufacturing business today and then expect that overnight you start making billions. So that's what the 4Ps do for you. Okay, so let's recap each of the 4Ps, and then I'm going to introduce you to the worksheet that will help you to implement it, and also to break all those psychological limitations that keep you stuck, that have kept you stuck for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years of your life. When I break this, then I can feel very comfortable to teach you about earning money online, about investing in stocks, about making money on YouTube consistently every month. All those things are not a problem. I will teach you those, but we need to address the invisible factor first. So let's go first of all with the first P. The first P is purpose, and purpose is your personal compass in a noisy world. In fact, some people call the world a jungle, and purpose is what allows you to navigate the jungle. Do not start your journey to wealth, without first of all defining what your purpose is and understanding your place in the world, because it is your purpose that will help you find alignment. It is your purpose that will also provide the why to continue to go, even when you're not seeing the immediate results you set out hoping to achieve in your finances. So your purpose also helps you to align money with meaning, because where there is no meaning, money doesn't make meaning. Money does not automatically give you meaning where there is no meaning. So you want to start with meaning. And how do you do that? You want to define your vision. What are your long-term goals? What is it that, looking back, like you're on your deathbed and you're 95 years old or you're 90 years, and then you're looking back, what is it you see? Consider your life having been lived well. That's your purpose. So, what's your vision in life? What are your long-term goals? What impact do you want to create in the world? And then values are important. What values do you stand for? What is it you will never compromise in the process of trying to get wealthy? This is so important because a lot of people hurt themselves, hurt their relationships, hurt other people because they must get rich at all costs and they don't have values surrounding it. What are your values? Maybe you care for people, maybe you value integrity, maybe you value faithfulness in your relationship, whatever your values are. Maybe you value excellence. Define what your core values are. Then your mission. What difference are you here to make in the world? So important. And there's one focusing question that I would like you to think about in terms of your purpose in relationship to your wealth. And the question is, how might I ensure that my financial goals align with what truly brings me lasting happiness and fulfillment rather than just chasing the numbers? This question is very important because I've seen many people who have money, but they are extremely unhappy. I have seen many people who have billions, and I know some, and they would rather trade the billions for the kind of relationship I have with my wife for 30 years now, the kind of relationship I have with my children, and I have with my siblings. There are people who will gladly let go all those billions. And so this is a very important question. Otherwise, you might find yourself arrived where you have lots of money, but you don't have fulfillment. Don't say it doesn't matter, because it matters. You're going to be rich and miserable if you don't clarify what your purpose is. Okay, so let's go to the second P, which is plan. You're going to think about how you're going to get there. That purpose you have, you define that dream lifestyle, those goals, those long-term goals. How are you going to get there? That's where plan becomes so important. You're going to talk about your strategy, what's going to be your approach to making it happen, because the purpose won't fulfill itself. There's got to be a plan. So how are you going to execute it? And how will you adjust your plan as things change? So you are in stage 0 now, and you want to find yourself in stage 10. What is the plan? You've got to sit down and craft a plan. And the reason many people struggle financially, especially people in the later half of their lives, they have no plan. They just wake up and say, everything goes, okay, money can come from anywhere, just randomly by luck. No plan. That has got to change today. And there's one focusing question I would like you to reflect on to help you do that. That question is, how might I create a simple, flexible money plan that tells every dollar where to go instead of wondering where it went? And in fact, your plan actually should include how you are going to make the dollar in the first instance. Many of us don't have plan for making money. We just wake up and then somebody says, oh, government contract there. We write application and start going for government. Oh, there's a bid or something, then we go there. Somebody says, oh, Bitcoin, go into crypto. Somebody will say forex or stocks. We just keep. That's something that is important to define this. We start talking about stocks, crypto, and then those things. So you need the plan. The third P is process. If you do not like process, you will not be wealthy. There's so many young people. They have big dreams. They want to be wealthy, but they don't want to go through the process. Somebody was just telling me a moment ago how the boss started a factory, a business, a logistics business, and spent hundreds of millions setting up that business. And he said he was having a conversation with his boss, and the boss says he does not expect to start seeing significant profits in this investment in 10 years, until after 10 years. And I was asking how many young people are willing to wait for 10 years today. And some of you come to invest in the stock market, you are asking, I have 1 million. What can I invest it in so that in 3 months it will become 2 million? It doesn't work like that. It's going to be a process. That's what you also think about the systems, because systems beat hustling. So in the very next P, I will emphasize what I have just said, but there is a process to making wealth. And you've got to understand, to build processes for yourself, and also to understand that. Okay, so your process will help you to multiply your efforts, to reduce waste, to reduce hustle, and to even make you healthier. Because the rich people repeat systems, but poor people repeat tasks. So if there's any task you've done repeatedly, day in, day out, it's time to start thinking about converting to the system. So the first question for you here is, how might I build a repeatable money system that works even when you're tired, when you're busy, when you're motivated? That's the amazing thing about system. Systems don't care about your mood. They just continue to perform and to output. Now, the fourth P is patience. Patience is a strategy. Many people have no idea. Patience is a wealth strategy. In fact, patience was Warren Buffett's #1 strategy. The guy started investing very, very early, like when he was 8 years old, selling newspapers or something like that. And then he started investing very, very early, and he held stocks for 30, 40, 50 years. And it's no wonder that he's the richest investor alive today. So patience, you've got to have patience. And people who don't have patience fall into all kinds of get rich quick scams. Because you're not patient. Somebody tells you bring $1,000, and then every week I'm going to give you $2,000. Because you're not patient. Because wealth follows the process, lose that money. So patience involves persistence. Don't quit because it is hard. When you start, it's going to be hard. If you start investing, for instance, in the stock market, you've got to learn the ropes. It takes time to learn it. You are going to make mistakes. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't be afraid of failure. Because failing and rising again is part of the strategy of patience. Because life is going to test you and test your endurance. And then wealth takes time. There's longevity of wealth. And the focusing question I would like you to meditate on for patience is, how might I train myself to think in decades so I can enjoy peace today and prosperity tomorrow? That's the amazing thing about patience. It allows you to enjoy the journey in a very, very healthy way, while you are trusting the process, the prosperity that's going to come tomorrow. Okay, so I'd like you to take action right now. Go over to the worksheet. It's a 7-day implementation worksheet for the 4Ps framework that would actually help you, give you clarity around defining your money, give you clarity around the plan, the process, and then how you're going to keep yourself patient and motivated while your money cooks. So head over to the group right now and download the worksheet for module 3 and complete it and share in the group. Whatever happens, keep showing up in this challenge. Keep showing up. It's called a challenge because it's testing parts of you that have not been tested before. Testing parts of your mind, your neurology that has not been tested before. So it's going to be uncomfortable, but trust the process. Follow the process. And I will see you in module 4.